Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're not new, and welcome to my channel if you are new. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and leave some comments down below if you enjoyed this video. Today we're going to be talking about Vanilla 28 and some of the layering combos that I wear using this fragrance, and we're just going to be talking about fragrance layering. We're not going to be talking about any like body care, just other fragrances that I pair with this. I'll probably do another like full fragrance layering video or just a body care layering video with Vanilla 28, but we'll see how that goes. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Initially, when I smelled vanilla, first of all, let's start here. It took me a while to smell Vanilla 28 because I saw everyone raving about it, but I wasn't hyped to, and this came out a while ago, but when it came out, I wasn't hyped to get my hands or nose on it. First of all, I live a bit of ways away from a Sephora, so that just was not an option, and I could have ordered a sample, but I wasn't really pressed to smell it. And then when I finally did a shopping trip to Sephora, I smelled it and I wasn't impressed, like, at all. I was actually genuinely confused about what the hype was about it. So I didn't end up getting it. I kind of just wrote it off, but I remember there being like a Sephora VIP sale or something like that, and I needed to spend a certain amount to retain my beauty insider status, and so I ended up purchasing a Huda Beauty lipstick and Vanilla 28 combo. And there was a couple other things that I picked up, but I said, okay, I'll most likely use the lipstick because I do wear makeup. But I'll test out the Vanilla 28 and actually test it on my skin and use it for a little bit. If I don't like it, I have friends and family that I could give it to. So I ended up testing it out, and I would wear it alone and I would wear it layered with other fragrances, and needless to say, I actually quite liked it. It really surprised me because, again, like I said, when I first initially tested it, I was in Sephora and I was not impressed by any means. But as I started wearing it more and layering it with other fragrances, I started liking it more and more. So obviously this is what happened, and that resulted in the bigger bottle. And I've had this maybe a month or two, month and a half, and I am now a Vanilla 28 fan. I'm sorry, I apologize, I did not know what I was talking about. So I want to talk about some of the fragrances that I do wear layered with Vanilla 28, and a lot of these are going to be more niche fragrances. Now, niche a lot of times means a little bit on the higher end, but a lot of these you can also find discounted on discount sites for a lot cheaper than retail. So first, let's talk about, before we get into the layering combos, I want to talk about Kayali Vanilla 28. I want to talk about this as a fragrance itself. And I'm just reading off of Fragrantica. The main accords are basically sweet, amber, vanilla, woody, powdery, warm, spicy, musky, and floral. The notes in it are vanilla, orchid, jasmine, brown sugar, tonka bean, amber, amberwood, musk, and patchouli. It's not a complete gourmand because of the musk and the florals in it, but it is a beautiful vanilla fragrance. When you think about this, or when you talk about this, I don't consider it a complete gourmand. It's not a dessert gourmand. This is straight up musky, powdery vanilla. It's an oriental vanilla, an oriental fragrance. It is, how do I explain this? So it's sweet. Honestly, there's something in this that comes off a little bit resinous to me. Not sure exactly what it is. It's a beautiful fragrance, alone and layered. I think the notes that stand out the most to me is the vanilla orchid, the musk, the brown sugar, and the tonka bean. And that is what makes this a sweet fragrance. The floral notes in this is what tones it down and doesn't make it overly sweet. But the first fragrance I want to talk about that I love to layer with this is Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. Now, this fragrance, we've already talked about this. Kilian Love Don't Be Shy is a beautiful, sweet marshmallow vanilla floral fragrance. Love her. Love her to death. But paired together, now this is like, these fragrances are beautiful alone, but paired together, this, I didn't think it could be made better until I layered it with this. These two together, intoxicating. So Vanilla 28 pairs well with Love Don't Be Shy because it adds to the sweet notes that are in it. The sweet notes in here are all in the base. You got sugar, vanilla, caramel, then you have the musk, you have civet, you have the labdanum. This also does have some floral notes as well, like orange blossom, honeysuckle. You also have pink pepper, coriander, bergamot, neroli. This is very feminine layering combo. If this is already sweet enough and you pair this with it, and you have magic. I think this is a layering combo that is perfect for any season, any event, any occasion. I actually have 3 Kilian fragrances that I'm talking about today. I didn't realize that until just now. But the next one I want to talk about is Kilian's Princess. This is a green tea marshmallow vanilla fragrance, and it's a little spicy, but it's warm and sweet as well. It's also a little bit citrusy. I just think that this pairs well with this, especially with the base notes being marshmallow, benzoin, and vanilla. The benzoin it's a resinous note to me personally. And with this coming off slightly resinous to me, I think these just, it amplifies that just a little bit, but it's in the best way possible. The notes in Princess are green tea, ginger, peach, hedion, jasmine, apple. Those are top and middle notes. Well, the top note is actually lemon. Just together, it amps up the vanilla and the marshmallow in it and the benzoin, but it also mellows out the citrus and the spicy notes in it as well. So definitely a layering combo that I recommend. Next Kilian fragrance, I'm going to go ahead and get them out of the way. We have Kilian Angel Share. Now, if you are not new here, then you know that this is my baby. Will forever and always be my baby. But this is a very sweet, boozy cinnamon apple pie scent. And it is warm, it's sweet, it's slightly spicy to me. And I think that Vanilla 28, it pairs well with this because it tones down the spiciness. Sometimes it's extra spicy depending on the day, but sometimes it's like extra sweet. So I paired this with this because depending on the day, I might need to tone it down a little bit, and this is perfect for this. It's like, it basically cinnamon apple pie with vanilla ice cream is what this is. Like, I can't explain it any other way. I think they're perfect together. These fragrances, this one especially is perfect alone, but paired together you have a boozy cinnamon apple pie with vanilla ice cream, and I just think that that is perfect. Now, this can be a bit much in the summertime because this is already a pretty strong scent. Projection and longevity on me personally is 15 out of 10. Like, this is nuclear. You have to really be careful when you're using this, especially in the summer, because you will, as I've said before, choke the hell out of somebody. I have a few other layering combos that I like to use with this as the base. Yeah, definitely check this out if you have these two in your collection. Now, with killing it out of the way, I want to talk about Vanilla 28 Ni Shani Annie. Now, I want to talk about this layering combo because this is another like green tea vanilla fragrance. So this is a spicy, warm, woody vanilla fragrance. And this, when you think about vanilla, a lot of people think sweet, but the other notes in this fragrance make this really, really warm and spicy. And I love warm, woody, spicy scents, but if I want to tone it down, I layer it with vanilla 28 because it adds that sweetness to it that this fragrance sometimes needs. I think it's beautiful alone. I prefer it alone most of the time, but if I'm in the mood to wear something that's woody and spicy and warm, but I want to tone it down a little bit because I do want to still smell sweeter, then I'll add this on top. And these pair beautifully together like all the other ones. Vanilla 28 is literally one of the best layering fragrances that I have in my collection. I don't think you can go wrong with it at all. This is an amber floral. The notes in it are ginger, bergamot, pink pepper. You've got the some green notes. You got cardamom, vanilla, benzoin, blackcurrant, sandalwood, cedar, ambergris, patchouli, and musk. So a lot of notes. This is a very complex fragrance, and sometimes it just needs to be toned down just a little bit. All right, and then next we actually have a designer. We have YSL Libre Intense, and this is a very, very beautiful, warm, slightly spicy vanilla lavender fragrance. And I think with them both being vanilla fragrances, the scent profile, I'm not gonna lie, it honestly had me a little apprehensive when I initially decided that I was going to try it, but I was pleasantly surprised that they do mix very well together. I just think that when it comes to these paired together, that vanilla 28 gives this a touch more sweetness. This is a very lavender forward fragrance. That's definitely the first thing that I noticed in this fragrance. So when I want to make this a little bit sweeter, the intense, there is already an added vanilla note to this flanker because the eau de toilette and the eau de parfum, they're not as sweet as this, and so perfect. And then we have I've talked about this time and time again. I will always and forever talk about this, just like Angel shared. This is another baby of mine. We have vanilla 28, and then we have Initio's Absolute Aphrodisiac. This is a vanilla bomb. This is a very animalic, very, very different vanilla from, vanilla fragrances that you usually hear about or smell. And I think that with this being a vanilla bomb, and it's sexy and it's alluring, it's a little mysterious, it's dark, but it's sexy. Like I can't say that enough. This, if I was to name a perfect vanilla, it wouldn't be vanilla 28, if I'm being honest, it would be this. They create the best vanilla fragrance that you could ever wear. Like, I have no other way to explain that. That's just it. This is warm and sensual. It's a warm, sweet vanilla leather fragrance. Now the leather in this, when you think of leather, typically you think of a very masculine fragrance, but that's not this at all. Leather doesn't come off masculine at all. It's not overpowering. Now this fragrance, it can be a bit powdery, but I think that this with vanilla 28, the musk in here, is just perfect. And last but not least for this video, we are going to talk about we got vanilla 28, and we have Black Opium by YSL, another YSL fragrance. This is already a beautiful, very addicting vanilla coffee scent. It's intoxicating, I'm not gonna lie. Compliment getter for sure, and it's very, very sweet. Very sweet, addicting. I love coffee, so if you're a coffee girl, of course. But paired with this, it makes it so much more sweeter, so much more intoxicating, so much more alluring. The notes in both these fragrances complement each other so well. There's jasmine in both these fragrances, and I feel like when it comes to layering combos, you can and you should layer fragrances that are different in notes, because some notes can complement others well. But also, I really think that you should layer alike fragrances because the notes definitely complement each other. You know that they're already going to agree with each other because they have the same exact notes. You literally can't go wrong with that. All right, that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really love vanilla fragrances and gourmands. Like I said, if you're not new, you know I'm a gourmand girl through and through, but I'm also woody and spicy, which is why I included Nishani Annie There are a lot of other fragrances, of course, out there that you can pair Vanilla 28 with, but those are the ones that I wanted to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.